Halloween's just a few days away, and that means it's time to drink some spooky beer. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Thungry Thirstday Beer of the Week. And before I show you guys what's in the bag, next week will be the Season 1 finale of Beer of the Week. So, today we are trying Roadsmary Baby. And as you guys know, the way Thungry Thirstday Beer of the Week works is I try 3 beers out of this 6-pack. The first beer is my initial impressions of the drink. I'll drink this like anybody drinks a normal beer. My second beer here is a full-on chugger. I will let you guys know how fast this stuff goes down on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being extremely chuggable, 1 being not chuggable. And finally, I'll finish it off with the third beer being the Reflections beer. Let's get started here. Popping the top, this was brewed by Two Roads Brewing Company out of Stratford, Connecticut. So, open the top on this. First thing I noticed looking at the back of these is there's the number 2 with a hook. So I'm not sure what that means. Maybe reference to 2 roads, but they have 2 hands crossed over. It could be the second batch. Either way, very interesting smell. Now, if you remember last week's episode, the link is up here if you didn't check it out. I drank Angry Orchard that was aged in bourbon barrels. This is beer aged in rum barrels. Like I said, very nice smell to it. Very tasty. So this is part of their seasonal collection. Restricted. It's rated R for rum barrels. Seems like a bad pirate joke. Nonetheless, from somewhere between heaven and ale comes this Scary Good Seasonal. Brewed and bottled by Two Roads Brewing Company, Stratford, Connecticut. Here's to taking the road less traveled in life and in beer. So, what really got me was this picture. I chose it based on this picture right here. I would have gone for Shipyard. I've had Shipyard many times before though. This picture of the carriage with the jack-o'-lantern face on it. Very, very cool. I like the orangeness of it, the greenness of it. With Halloween just being a few days away, I thought this was a perfect beer to try for the holiday. I do have to say, I don't really get that much of a rum taste. It's more what it's leaving your mouth. I guess when you're exhaling, you taste the rumness. Either way, very tasty beer. It's honestly not too pumpkin-y though. It's not a very heavy pumpkin beer. This is 12 fluid ounces, even though these bottles look really, really short. So, design on the box is the same on the front and the back, the 2 sides. Nothing on the bottom. Well, you're always welcome to stop by and see what's brewing at our state-of-the-art facility located off I-95's exit 31, Honey Spot Road, northbound, South Avenue, southbound at 1700 Stratford Ave, Stratford, Connecticut. Now, as far as color goes, I do have to say this is a darker beer from what I can see. Pretty dark, not super dark. It's not like a stout or anything like that. It's just a darker pumpkin beer with some, I don't know, I'm tasting something else in there. This is ale brewed with pumpkin and other spices. I don't know what the other spices are, but I taste something else in here besides from pumpkin. Scary Good Pumpkin Ale. This was made on the 27th of July, 2017. Just in time for the Halloween season. I think if I were to do any changes on here, it's called Roadsmary Baby, and the carriage is on a mountain. Kind of confusing. It looks like it's on a mountain at least. Vanilla beans are in here as well. I don't think I'm tasting vanilla beans though. I do have to say though, I like the rum aftertaste that this leaves behind. This is available according to the bottle in Connecticut, Hawaii, Iowa, Maine, Mass, New York, Oregon, Vermont. You all get 5 cents. Oklahoma, you get a plus. Missouri, 10 cents. And California, you get a CRV once again. And it also says Florida, but it doesn't say what you get in Florida. Now that the impressions are done and out of the way, it's time to move on to the second beer, which is the full-on chugger. If I can get this top open, there we go. A little steam coming off of it. spooky steam, scary steam, however you want to call it, just in time for Halloween. Now this one right here kind of smells skunky. A skunky beer. But nonetheless, let me give it a try. Breath of fresh air. Chugger going down the hatch in 3, 2, 1. Right off the bat, very, very heavy. I would say I'm a good quarter or so of the way down. The carbonation, it being a heavier, darker beer. Excuse me while I remove some of the excess gases. Yep, so I'm about halfway there. It's just kind of sitting right there. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad tasting beer or anything like that. This is just not a chugger. So on a scale of 1 to 5 for chuggability, 1 being not chuggable, 5 being extremely chuggable, this gets a 1. This is not a beer that you want to chug. This is a beer that you want to sit back, enjoy fall. Heck, maybe have a few of these, wait for the trick-or-treaters to come around because you don't want to drink these puppies quick. Very, very carbonated. Very, very gassy. Just about done with that one here. I'll open up the third one, the Reflections beer, while I finish up the chugger here. My first reflection is I absolutely love the color scheme that they have on this box right here. The green, the orange. I do like the design on the carriage right there. Everything like that. I also like the fact that they age it in rum barrels because not that many places do that anymore. It seems to be like a trend that happens every couple of years or so. A bunch of places will decide to start aging their stuff in rum barrels and then everybody decides to do it. So nice and refreshing. Like I said, it's a heavy beer. It's not something that you want to chug down. It is very enjoyable. It's got a nice taste to it. The pumpkin is not too overpowering. The darkness on it is just right for a Halloween night or All Hallows Eve. As far as clarity goes, there's no floaters or anything like that in here. It looks like a pretty well-filtered beer. So, time for the numbers. This 6-pack right here was $13.90, which makes it kind of on the higher priced end of things. Being from Stratford, Connecticut, the state next to Massachusetts, it is semi-local for me. It's within 100 miles or so of a drive. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely am I to get this beer again? 1 is I wish this was never on the shelves. 10 is every single time I want to get a beer, this is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to give these guys a 7. This is a nice fall beer in my opinion. This has a very nice taste to it with the rum barrels, the very nice vanilla-y nodes, whatever you want to call them. I think it's great for the season. I think it's probably good too, even around Thanksgiving as well, but like most pumpkin things in the winter, you don't want to be enjoying pumpkins or anything like that. During that time, you want to be thinking about snow, you want to be thinking about summer, and not the following fall that was the season that just passed you. So, like I said, 8. I would definitely pick these guys up again. I would definitely have this again. Very, very enjoyable. I don't think I've had that many things from Two Roads Brewing Company either before, so maybe we'll try some more of those in Season 2. Now, based on everything that I told you up to this point in time, on a scale of 1 to 5, how likely am I to recommend this to you or to a friend? You're my friend. How likely am I to recommend this to you? 5 is highly likely. 1 is not likely at all. This is a 4. I think if you've never tried a beer in rum barrels, I think this is a great first starter, especially this time of year, especially with Halloween just around the corner. I would recommend go to your local liquor store, beer store, whatever you want to call it, and pick up a 6-pack of these, pay the extra $1 or $2, and try these guys out. They may look deceiving because they're smaller than a regular, well, they appear smaller than a regular 12 fluid ounce glass bottle, but nonetheless, they pack the punch that you're looking for. That is going to do it for today's episode. Next week will be the Season 1 finale. I'm going to go over my top 5 favorite beer of the weeks from this season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I hope you have a good afternoon, good evening. I will see everybody tomorrow for Free For All Friday. Peace.